Hello everyone, my name is Shreya and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we have our first guest in the series How to Get Job in the UK. Today I will be interviewing my friend Shashank who is working as a marketing coordinator. Now let's welcome Shashank to the channel. Hi Shashank, welcome to the channel. I'm so glad to have you here today. So, let's start by introducing yourself to the audience. So just talk about your educational background and what you did in India and how you moved to UK. Just introduce yourself.
Yeah, hi. Actually, I got graduated recently and did my master's in digital business e-marketing from Newcastle University. And right now, I'm working as a marketing coordinator in a company which is situated in Gateshead. And it was a very nice place to work. Like, I'm working on some digital creatives. I'm working on the property management. I'm working on e-com as well. And back in India, I did my bachelor's in hotel management, which is very different field from this. But the thing is, we don't know where life take us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought I will be a chef, but right now I'm working as a marketing coordinator here.
Yeah.
And like when I was doing my bachelor's, I thought that I should do something else. Like a lot of people are doing hotel management at that time. So I just got into that. And after doing that, I just realized that it is not made for me. Like, and then want to switch my career in different field. So I did a course in digital marketing from Delhi,
Yeah.
which helps me in setting a step forward in the marketing field for me. Then I decided to came here and do the masters.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, like, did you enjoy doing hotel management since you shifted from hotel management to marketing, like, which is two different
Yeah.
fields? Like, do you enjoy doing marketing now, or did you like hotel management earlier? And how was the shift? Was it easy or difficult?
Like, there is no comparison between hotel management and marketing, right? As these both are the different fields.
Yeah.
For the person who are doing hotel management, they are not having any social life. Like, they will be working 12, 13, 14 hours, which I thought it will be a lot for me, like working and not getting a proper paid according to that.
Yeah.
So, which make me shift to the marketing field. And right now, like, I want to do something in digital with marketing and all. So, I decided to come here and do digital business marketing course, which also helps me in my career.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what made you choose UK for doing your master's degree?
Like for the master's degree, UK, I choose because there was option we are having the PSW for 2 years.
Yeah.
And also I got scholarship of £4,000 here. So I decided to come to UK.
So basically, considering the budget and
Yeah.
also the time for searching the jobs and
Yeah.
making for getting return on investment,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. So, how did you start your job search? And tell me about your journey, because for most of the people, it's not easy. They
Yeah.
start and they face multiple rejections. What was your journey like?
Same happens with me. Like when I came into the UK, in the starting, I'm searching for the part time. I'm been searching for part time for 3 months, but I'm not been able to get any. So after that, I got a job in a restaurant, and I worked for 2 weeks there. But that's not good. Like the people are not good where I am working. So I just left that, and again I started searching for the job. And after 1 month, I got job in Sainsbury's,
Yeah.
where I am working as an online assistant, and my shift timing was not good. Like people say that you are working at a graveyard time. Like my job is from 4 to 8 in the morning,
Yeah.
so I have to wake up at 3, book a cab, and reach there by 4.
Yeah. That
So-
must be very overwhelming.
Yeah, and which is making it difficult to study. Like we thought like we are going to abroad, we will do part time side by side of the studies, but it was not easy. Like we can maintain our like uni and part time on the same day. Like it's like I'm not being able to manage it. Like working 4 to 8 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Then I just came home and just go to sleep, and I'm not going to uni sometimes. So
Yeah.
it will be so because of that I left that job
Mm-hmm.
and again started searching for the job on LinkedIn, on Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
And after the 3 months, I got this job,
Mm-hmm.
and I started working here from the part time as well.
Mm-hmm.
And now they got my contract
Mm-hmm.
full time.
Yeah, that is there.
Yeah,
So if you have seen my video which I made, I spoke about how you have to get internship in your field and part-time in your field. And until you get that, you can manage your expenses by getting other part-time jobs. That's what exactly Shashank did. He worked in a restaurant. He didn't like it, but he worked in Sainsbury's. It was mainly to cover your expenses,
yeah,
isn't it?
yeah,
And meanwhile, he kept searching for his
Yeah.
other jobs which are related to his field, and he started doing a part-time job in your current
Yeah.
company, isn't it?
Mhm.
Yeah. So that is one of the biggest tip which has worked for Shashank as well.
Like students came here, they thought that they will do part time. They just forgot to study.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, you have to focus on your studies instead of part time.
Mm-hmm.
If you focus on your part time, then it will be not good for you.
Mm-hmm.
Like you won't be able to focus on your future career
Mm-hmm.
and also work for your future career.
Mm-hmm.
And like if you require, like there are some people that they require part time to cover their expenses, then only they have to do like the jobs.
Yeah.
Like you will sacrifice your study and just doing part time, and it's not good for the students that are coming here.
Yeah, that's like one of the great points that you've
Yeah.
made, because some people, you have to remember the agenda behind why you came here. You are paying like so much fees and coming here for a degree, and of course part time gets you, if you are an international student, the salary that you get from part time, it seems like it's a lot, you're earning a lot. Yes, you are, but then you also have to remember that you have to sustain for the long term. If you are staying in UK or if you're going back to your country, you need something to take back for your career, not just that money which will come for that 1 year. So focusing on your studies is really important. Like as Shashank told, that if you don't really want part-time to cover your expenses and you have backup or your savings or your parents are helping you, maybe just go ahead and concentrate on your studies.
Yeah.
If not, you can take part-time. If you're someone who already has money to sustain, then you can start looking for jobs in your field rather than looking for other
Yeah.
part-times. So Shashank, tell me what strategies you use to get jobs. Like, what strategy did it work? Like searching on LinkedIn, as you told, you got a job
Yeah.
on LinkedIn. But were there other jobs that you got rejected from, like making applications, maybe making networking with people? What worked for you and what didn't work for you?
Like for me, networking with people work for me.
Mhm.
But here I have seen a lot of people getting jobs through Glassdoor, Indeed.
Mhm.
And for this, you have to make your CV. It is friendly. On that, you require around 85 to 90%. If your CV is scoring 85 to 90%, then there is a chances of getting selected to the next round. Like here, first your CV has been is going for the check,
Yeah.
and through that ATS checker,
Mhm.
if your CV is scoring around 85 to 90, then it's moving forward to the next step, which is the interview rounds and all. But
So,
yeah.
like, in order to make your CV ATS friendly, were there any strategies that you followed, like maybe putting keywords of your job description into the CV, or what was there anything that you did?
like do contact to employability like office in your university.
Yeah.
That helps a lot. They helps you making your CV ATS friendly, and they will also guide you like how to get the job in UK.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So one of the major takeaway there is to use your uni's career team, no
Yeah.
matter what. It's not like you just take 1 or 2 appointments with them and forget about them the rest of the year. Keep in touch with them for throughout the year. If there are any contacts, they might pass it on to you, or if you become close to them, they might refer you to somebody whom they know. So always keep in touch with your unis.
Yeah, or you can get your job in uni as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uni internships are one of the other thing. I know, like, so many of my friends who got job at the moment, their uni internship has turned into a full-time job. So getting a part-time in uni is like the best thing that you can do. You will be close to uni people and the staff members there, and basically you'll get a lot of people to network with.
Plus, the working hours are less
Yeah.
with the high salary.
Yeah. And of course, it will be in your field most
Yeah.
probably. So, like, did you face any challenges, like, when you went for the interviews, or like, how did you overcome them? Were there any issues, like, because you are an international student, did you face any racism or any discrimination, anything like that?
The racism, I didn't feel like that.
Mhm.
Like in UK, if you're having skills and if you're good in that,
Mhm.
there doesn't matter like from where you are,
Yeah.
from which race you are. Like,
Yeah.
but for discrimination, I don't think so. That I feel that
Mhm.
because the interviewer, I got by the way, I got very many rejections,
Mhm.
a lot of rejections.
Yeah.
Sometimes my CV is not up to the ATS,
Yeah.
so I have to recheck that and recreate it.
Mhm.
So not like that discriminations I am very myth.
Okay.
In my point of view.
Yeah, I agree with you on
Yeah.
that, because many people think in UK, if you are an Indian or other international students, people won't hire you. But that is not the case. People actually here look at what kind of person you are, what you will be getting to the team. Will you be culturally fit into the organization or no? That's the thing which they are looking for. It doesn't matter which background you come from. At least
Yeah.
in both our cases, that is the thing. I know I might invite more people for the interview and they might have different opinion. But as far as I know, my friends and of course you and
Yeah.
me, our experiences are that people don't really discriminate you based on your race or whatever. They care about what kind of person you are.
Yeah, they're very friendly people. Like
Yeah.
they help you whenever you require.
Mhm. So now, once you get interviews, what tips would you give for people to stand out in interviews? How should they answer the questions or how they tackle the interview?
Just one tip: don't fake anything. Like they can judge everything that you are faking everything.
Mhm.
Like it happens with me as well.
Mm.
In starting, I tried to fake something like, yeah, I'm doing this. I know this, but they suddenly they come to know that I'm not that kind of people.
Mhm.
So some people are having their personality traits
Yeah.
of faking things.
Yeah.
So try to avoid these things.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I agree on you with that, because in my experience, what I did was like there are certain things where I lied about on the CV. That's more like I didn't lie that okay, I know Python or whatever. Like, let's say there are few skills which they put on like Google Ads or whatever. So I told them that I had some client which I didn't, but I made sure that I was prepared to lie.
Yeah.
If you are lying in the interview, be prepared to lie. I prepared to that extent that I went ahead, created a mock Google Ads, saw what option is leading you to where.
Yeah.
So if you ask me how did you do this, I know to tell that because I was prepared to lie. So one thing is, if you are lying on your resume, which I know most of you will, just be prepared to answer the question which come up. Don't write something out of the blue like I know Python, I know C++ if you're from a marketing background. I mean, if you know, that's a different thing, but if you don't, just don't lie to that extent.
And the interviews here, like they are not like a proper formal interviews.
Mm.
The founders of the company used to be very informal. Like they are very friendly. Like while taking the interview, they will feel like you will feel like they are very friendly.
Mm-hmm.
Like they don't want any formal interviews here.
Yeah.
So don't try to be that formal
Yeah.
as well.
So, like in my experience as well, right? It is not like they care about your technical skills.
Yeah.
More. Of course, you need to have knowledge, but they are more chatty, don't you feel? In here in the UK, employees are more like chatty. They're asking about how your day was, and
Yeah.
they want to know you as a person rather than like a robot knowing all the technical
Yeah.
skills, isn't it?
They value people.
Yeah, yeah. So, since you worked in India and UK, what do you think is like the huge difference between Indian market and the UK market in the way your job or maybe work-life balance is?
Yeah, it's very different. Like in India, you just only work. You have to just focus on the targets.
Mm-hmm.
But in UK, I don't know any other company, but in my company, like they set some targets, but if you're not being able to achieve, like if they are not unachievable, so they just shift the deadlines to the next day. So they like here the company wants to be stressless working here. Like I love working in UK. Like the work culture is very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree on that as well because managers here are ready to teach you.
Yeah.
As I told, when you're interviewing, they don't expect you to be expert in a certain field. They're ready to train you. What they mainly see is the kind of person you are if you're ready to put in efforts
Like
or
it's
no.
same with my case. Like I don't know about anything about Amazon.
Mm.
So they teach me a lot, everything what we do on Amazon, how to do it, how to run ads on Amazon, how to list the products, and how to analyze the products and all.
Yeah.
They teach everything,
Yeah.
not on Amazon but on other marketplaces as well.
Yeah.
And I also do the property things, real estate things. So they also teach me how to create a particular like brochure for the property, how to list property on Zoopla, and they are running their own website and how to list there. Now I'm working on property analysis as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is completely different from
Yeah,
what you
yeah,
did.
yeah.
Like Shashank as well, before getting this job, you were not actually trained in those. They
Yeah.
were training you.
Yeah, they are doing it.
Yeah. That is, and it is also that like if you're getting a job, there's no point of doing what you already know.
Yeah,
You need to learn something new.
yeah. Every day you need to learn something.
Yeah. So to get this job, did you do like you told me you did digital marketing course in India, but apart from that, after coming to UK, did you do any course or any certifications that helped you get this job?
Yeah, just I focuses on there was some courses that offered by the Google for the digital marketing, PPC, and everything like marketing.
Yeah.
And also there was a course for automations. I did that as well, which helped me in getting this job.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
like, what do you feel? Should people start doing more certifications along with their degree, or is master's degree alone enough to get job? What's your opinion on that?
Like my opinion is the people that they think like what's good for them. They have to first focus like if they think that they are just copying up with the uni, that they are having a lot of work from the uni, so then they can avoid doing that courses. But if they're not having that much stress from the uni, so they can prefer to doing enhancing their skills
Yeah.
in their own field. Then they can work on different degree courses and all.
Okay. So, do you feel doing certification increases their employability?
Yeah, you know different skills and what employer wants. Like they want people with skills here, so then degree doesn't matter, but skills matters here
Yeah.
a lot.
So in UK market is skill based, not degree based. So even if you don't have a master's degree and you have good skills, you can still get a job in the UK. So just your master's degree is not going to get you job because there are many people like there are some in-demand skills
Yeah,
like computer science engineering and software engineering. Even though they've done that, we know many of our friends who have not got jobs. So it doesn't matter if you are doing a course which is in demand. Just that is not enough. Having skills is something which is really important.
yeah. Like you can take my example of my own manager. Like he started his career as a copywriter, and now he's a marketing manager.
Okay.
So it's very different things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's also doing property listings and things
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you, as even Shashank, right? He started with hotel management, and now he's marketing coordinator, and he's learning a lot of things. So you never know what is going to happen. Now he's in marketing, or tomorrow he might get into something. That's how life is. So nothing is certain, but we just concentrate on what we're doing
Yeah.
now.
You don't know where life takes you.
Yeah. So, like, everybody says this, right? If you are doing a master's degree, or your degree is not going to help you, what you learn in your degree is different, what you do in your job is different. That is what people say.
Yeah.
So, in your matter, like, considering that you have done degree in UK and also in India, do you feel what you studied in UK degree, which is your digital business masters, is it helping in some way to do your job or no?
Actually, the work that I'm doing is related to the degree that I've done. Right? So you have to just like in my case, I chose this because there was an additional specialization called e-marketing.
Mm.
So in that thing, like I got job in e-marketing only,
Yeah.
and which is very good. Like you are having different modules for the e-marketing as well, and the teachers are very good. And I will just suggest students that are planning to come UK, don't go on the words of your agents.
Mhm.
They will just sell you the course,
Yeah.
but you have to research what you have to do. Like, is this course valid for me? Like, there was a lot of students that came here for the masters in management, business management. There are
Yeah.
some courses like that,
Yeah.
but they are not very useful.
Yeah.
Like, you are not being able to get any job through that. The job market for these are very less.
Yeah, exactly. So just remember one thing, agents get some percentage if they get you admitted to certain universities. So they will be promoting that university. They don't care about what your future goal is and what you want to do. So you need to know, like in my example, I had got some 5-6 offers. Of course, many people will start getting those many offers. And I was confused between Leeds and Newcastle University. Leeds University, like when I was researching, Leeds University had good ranking than Newcastle University. But still I chose Newcastle University because the modules which I wanted was exactly the same here.
Yeah, same for me.
Yeah. When it came to Leeds, first thing it was higher fees as well.
Yeah.
And I didn't have the modules. It was so basic. But in Newcastle University, the modules were like in depth and things which I wanted. So eventually I chose Newcastle University. If it was my agent, they would have suggested me to go to Leeds because Leeds has good ranking.
Yeah.
But you need to take a lot of things into consideration. That's like a good point, that never listen to the agents, do
Yeah.
your own research.
They will just sell you the course.
Yeah. So, lastly, what advice would you like to give to students who are looking for jobs?
Like the advice, like do as much as you can do in networking. Like make a lot of connections on LinkedIn. You don't know from where they help you
Yeah.
in getting the job, as well as make your CV ETS friendly and don't fake anything. And for me, networking works. So yeah, I will say do network.
Yeah. So, like, few things which I can see work for Shashank was he didn't stop when he didn't find part-time jobs in his role. So he started looking for others to cover his expenses and still kept on searching and got his job. He started working part-time there and that converted into full-time. And as he told, networking again worked for him as well. You didn't put application for this job, did you?
No.
Yeah. See, again, like, yeah, you should make applications. I won't discourage you to make applications because even Shashank or me, we have made like so many applications. Put your applications, but at the same time, please network with people. I got job through networking. Shashank also got job through networking, and many of my friends whom I know got jobs through networking. That will be like a big takeaway I would want you guys to take. And yeah, Shashank, it was lovely having you. Thank you for sharing all the insights. I'm pretty sure people will start resonating with you and try it. And if you guys have any questions that you want to ask Shashank or me, just leave them in the comment section below and we will try to answer that.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
So, guys, you heard Shashank's story. So, that is what Shashank had to tell. One thing which is so common between me and Shashank is that we studied in the same university. We did the same course. He was specialized in e-marketing and we both got job through networking. So I wouldn't tell don't make applications. Please do application, but be consistent with it from day one. Don't wait until you graduate or until you finish your dissertation to start applying for jobs. So be consistent in that, but network a lot as well. So in my upcoming videos, I will be interviewing more of my friends who've got jobs. We will listen to their story and what strategies worked for them so that you have multiple strategies to work on instead of relying just on one. So I will see you in next video with another friend of mine who got job. Until then, please stay tuned. Bye bye and take care.